8 o'clock this morning on Thursday morning here on Up with KREM. We're tracking breaking news. Former presidential candidate Herman Cain has died from COVID-19. He was hospitalized earlier this month after testing positive for the virus. Cain's official Twitter account had previously announced that he was in the hospital, still being treated with oxygen for his lungs before he passed away this morning. Cain died at 74 years old. All right, let's take a live look outside this morning on our Thursday morning as we talk about the local temperatures with triple digits on the way. Evan Noorani joining us from our Outdoor Weather Center to tell us how long we can expect the extreme heat to last. Evan?
Good morning, Joshua, and good morning to everyone joining us here at the 8 o'clock hour. It's another hot one already, and it's 72 degrees. It's usually not this warm by the time we are just at the 8 o'clock hour. And like we talked about a little bit earlier on, the breeze coming through right now doesn't feel quite as comforting just because of the heat that I already feel and the expectation of another about 30 degrees of warmth coming our way. Here are your forecast highs for the afternoon. Triple digits across central Washington. A little bit of an indicator of what's to come even tomorrow with even warmer temperatures on the way. Excessive heat warning and heat advisory both in effect through your Friday. We also knew this morning have a fire weather watch. This is thanks to the possibility of dry lightning through central Washington. Everywhere highlighted on your screen here sees that chance of dry lightning, and it's going to be a minimal chance, pretty low expectation, but we want to keep people prepared in the event that dry lightning strikes, sparks a fire, and then breezy winds carry that fire. So very important to stay cautious of that. Hour by hour forecast shows the temperatures are going to keep warming up to the upper 90s. We've got about almost 100 degrees by the time we get between about the 4 and 6 o'clock hour. That's probably going to be the best time to see those high temperatures for the afternoon. And then it looks like we'll cool down overnight back to the 60s before we jump tomorrow back to about 102, 103, in some cases 104 degrees. So not only is today already a hot one outside, but it is going to continue to be very hot for the next couple days, and then a cool down comes toward the weekend and the beginning of next week. Let's take a look at what's going on outside on the roads. Not looking too bad out there across I-90. Nothing really to note. We'll let you know if we see any changes. Back over to you.
All right, Evan, thank you so much. Well, today the NBA season tips off in Florida. 22 teams are set to play. Tonight, the Utah Jazz will play the New Orleans Pelicans, and the LA Clippers will take on the LA Lakers. Now, games will be played at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex at Walt Disney World Resort, but there will be no live audience. Players and staff will undergo regular coronavirus testing as well. Well, today, Representative John Lewis will be honored with a celebration of life. 3 presidents are expected to attend that service. The private service is happening this morning in Atlanta. It's set to get underway any minute now. It's set to get underway at 8 a.m. Now, according to our sister station in Atlanta, President George W. Bush, President Bill Clinton, and President Barack Obama will be at that event, and President Obama will deliver the eulogy. Lewis died July 17th after a battle with pancreatic cancer. He was 80 years old. Now, for decades, he played a major role in the civil rights movement and will be remembered as an icon. And this week, he became the first black lawmaker to lie in state in the U.S. Capitol. Joshua?
Thank you, Jen. 8:03 now. Time for your morning rush. More news in less time. New this morning, Spokane Fire did put out a house fire in the 2700 block of West Indiana Avenue. That's in the west central neighborhood. 24 firefighters responded, but it was quickly put out by crews. No injuries have been reported. Lori Eisenberg's murder trial has been postponed again due to coronavirus concerns. The Idaho Supreme Court order has delayed all criminal jury trials until September 14th. The North Idaho woman is accused of killing her husband in 2018, and Eisenberg previously pleaded guilty to embezzlement. Last year, she was convicted of defrauding the North Idaho Housing Coalition by embezzling over $500,000. The Black Lives Matter mural in downtown Spokane has been vandalized. Yesterday, the owners worked to power wash the parts of the mural that they could clean off, and this is the second time this month a mural related to Black Lives Matter was defaced in Spokane. We talked to one of the many artists who helped create the mural, and he says the vandalism actually adds value to the piece.
There's an African saying, I am because we are because I am. There's nothing you can do to take away this quest by the black people now to say, this is enough suffering, this is enough injustice. We will sing, we will speak, we will not be violent. Can you imagine an angry person not being violent? and instead beautifying buildings.
The building owners say that they do hope to resolve the issue by putting a protective layer on top of the paint. Oregon Governor Kate Brown says starting today, the federal government will leave downtown Portland. Brown says Oregon State Police will provide protection for the courthouse along with the Federal Protective Service. Acting Homeland Security Secretary Chad Wolf says he's been in talks with the governor, but he wasn't as definitive. He tweeted, quote, "As I told the governor yesterday, federal law enforcement will remain in Portland until the violent activity toward our federal facilities ends." An arrest has been made in a Western Washington cold case from 1993. Snohomish County deputies say new DNA evidence from a public genealogy website led to the arrest of a 62-year-old Bothell man. Alan Edward Dean is now accused of kidnapping and murdering 15-year-old Melissa Lee in 1993. Dean was actually questioned decades ago and claimed to have dated her, but an arrest was never made. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. Dana Marie?
Well, trending this morning, colleges are getting ready to reopen across the country. A new survey looked at coronavirus cases tied to about 274 public colleges over the course of the pandemic. So here in Washington and Idaho, we're going to break it down. There's one case at Gonzaga University, one case at Spokane Falls Community College, two at Washington State University, one at Lewis and Clark State College of Idaho, 50 at Boise State University, and then 2 at the College of Southern Idaho. Now, on the west side of Washington, cases jumped drastically. University of Washington ranks actually in the top 5 in the nation with 249 cases. Outbreaks have emerged on Greek Row at UW, where at least 136 residents were infected. That's according to the New York Times. Now, smaller colleges in Western Washington have between 1 and 10 cases on campus. Now, with College Campus is reporting new cases before school starts, we want to know, should all colleges be virtual this fall? Vote in our live poll this morning. 100% of you are saying yes, it should be virtual. Still some time to vote in our live poll. Let us know what you think. A lot of people are talking about this as they have, siblings or parents of people in school, so let us know. All right, still ahead on Up with KREM this morning, a doctor claims are going viral about treating coronavirus, and the president is showing support on Twitter. Next, we're verifying those claims.
And outside, we are tracking clear skies and temperatures in the 90s and triple digits. Your forecast is after this.
And yesterday, Underhill Park in Spokane got some surprise visitors. I was lucky enough to go see them for myself. We'll have that story in our next half hour.
The sun and high heat can fry your car's paint job. But Maaco can make it look like it never happened. Act now with our paint sales starting at $5.99. Uh-oh, better get Maaco.
One, two, three, four, five. Okay.
You've been dreaming about this car since you were 8 policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Okay.
Is it time you got more from your outdoor living spaces? At Jacobs Custom Living, we have the area's largest selection of outdoor products. Patio sets, comfy Adirondack chairs, tables, fire pits for cool evenings. Choose from our floor models or customize a look from hundreds of fabrics. At Jacobs, we'll help you create a style all of your own.
New outdoor furniture has arrived. For the region's largest selection of outdoor furniture, shop Jacobs today.
Active and bold, courageous or dull, emotions that flow. It all starts in your gut. Naughty with pride, probiotics inside, excited, yummy things. Your gut is where it all begins. Start with Activia with billions of probiotics.
Leaky pipes? Clogged drain? No hot water? At Raptor Rooter and Plumbing, we know there's more essential business happening in your home now than ever before. We've implemented a no-contact process because we understand the safety of your family and sanitation of your home is critical. Call Raptor Rooter and Plumbing today at 509-230-2369 and receive $30 off any drain cleaning service. Raptor Rooter and Plumbing. We make your leaks become extinct.
Hello, my fellow Washingtonians. This is Jim Mattis, and I'm here to talk about that nasty virus, COVID. Make sure we're wearing the face mask, we keep the social distancing, and let's not go out any more than we have to. So over the course of my career, I've learned that divisiveness will never work in defeating an enemy. We got to all pull together. We can get through this if we're united, and we're going to win. So let's stick together, Washington, and keep up the good fight until we're on top of this. Thank you.
The sun and high heat can fry your car's paint job. But Maaco can make it look like it never happened. Act now with our paint sales starting at $5.99. Uh-oh, better get Maaco.
Now, your local Storm Tracker 2 forecast.
Welcome back, everyone. The clock is nearing 8:11 on our Thursday morning. We are inching closer to the weekend, but today and tomorrow are expected to be two of the hottest days, not only so far this year, but likely for the year in general. The view outside shows mainly dry skies, of course. We're expecting the possibility of maybe a few dry lightning strikes off towards central Washington late tonight and early tomorrow morning. It's going to be very low confidence in that actually coming to fruition, but for the most of us today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, a little bit of haze out there, maybe a few clouds. Forecast highs are in the triple digits for Spokane. 102 degrees is what we're looking at. Average would be 86, so we will be well above average for this time of year and near record breaking in some cases. Moderate air quality to kick off the morning. That's been the case for yesterday and this morning, and that is thanks to wildfire smoke that has drifted in our direction. So if we continue to see this air quality deteriorate, we'll move into the unhealthy range. If we see things improve, we'll move back to the good range. We're hoping that that is what happens. Many have wondered whether or not triple digits are actually normal for Spokane, and normal is a relative term, but only 3 of the last 10 years have actually hit triple-digit territory out at the Spokane International Airport. That was 2014, 2015, and 2018. The most recent one was August of 2018, where we hit 103 degrees. Today's forecast high is 102. Tomorrow, about 103, maybe even 104 degrees. Looks like in Spokane, Pullman, and Lewiston, we could match records for today. Omak could beat it by 1 degree. So in terms of our ability to match or beat records, it's there, but most of these temperatures do hold maybe a degree or two of a margin of error, you could say, where we could only cap out maybe at 101 and fall just shy of that record. Really is dependent on where you are and what environment you're in. For example, the Spokane Airport is typically a few degrees cooler than it is downtown. 101 for Wilbur this afternoon, 108 in Moses Lake, 101 for Colville, 95 for Sandpoint, 98 for Coeur d'Alene, down south toward Grangeville. Going to make it to 93 degrees as that afternoon high. These temperatures are trending in some cases 15, otherwise near 20 degrees above normal territory. On Future Tracker, I do want to let you be aware of the possibility of those showers that come through down toward the Oregon border, moving up toward Washington. They're pretty light for the most part. You can see that just around 10 p.m. As far as our actual chances for convective activity, going to be pretty minimal, but we do want to make you aware of the possibility late tonight into early tomorrow. Otherwise, though, expect mostly sunny conditions for today. Sunny and 2 tomorrow, 103 is that forecast high. These 2 days are kind of those notably very hot temperatures before the cool down begins all the way through the weekend and the beginning of next week. We've got Tuesday and Wednesday bringing along 80-degree temperatures as opposed to the triple-digit temperatures that we've got for today. So although it will stay warm into the beginning and middle portion of next week, it will not be quite as hot as it is today and tomorrow. Jen, I'll send things back over to you.
All right, Evan. Well, I'm still waiting for the invite to go out on your boat.
Oh, yeah. Well, once I get the boat, I will definitely start sending out those invites. You'll be first on the list.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. I'm going to hold you to that, too. All right, Evan, thank you so much. All right. Well, Trade a Game, of course, is a staple across the inland Northwest. For nearly 3 decades, owners have operated locations in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and in Airway Heights. Now, the gaming store, though, on Sprague Avenue is closing due to the pandemic. KREM 2 photojournalist Nathan Brand talked to the owner about his legacy and plans for the future.
It's really kind of tough to close a business that has become dear to me. I built it from scratch. I'll have to admit, I choked up when I locked the door for the last time last night. I was 30 or 31 when I started Trade a Game, and I'm 60 now. Yeah, so about 30 years, 30 good years. A lot of people have become dear to me, and I hope I became dear to them, not just because of what I do, but how I did it and how we interacted. I've seen a lot of stuff over the years, from the time Nintendo came out to computer games, the home computer revolution. They had a grown man get tears in his eyes when he found out that we were closing for a while. And COVID was bad enough being closed for 2 months with my rent the way it is. I'm going to keep working because I've only got 4 days to get out of here. After that, it's $500 a day. Kind of my way of saying goodbye to the store, being in here by myself. There are no set plans right now. I mean, we want to, but COVID is changing the world. It's changing a lot of things. You know, I almost didn't do this interview, but something inside told me that I had to say thank you to Spokane. Mm-hmm. I hope to see everyone again soon, but thank you. Every one of you that's ever walked in to trade a game, thanks. You kept my dream alive, helped me keep my dream alive. So thank you, Spokane, and I hope to see you soon.
Boyd does plan to reopen a new location in Washington State when they move to phase 3 or 4. So that is still to come, and of course we'll be tracking that on KREM.com. In the meantime here, still to come on Up with KREM. A viral video is drudging up rumors about hydroxychloroquine, and it's getting support from the president. Our Verify team explains more after the break.
It was a Saturday. Chris was a good dad. His water practices, not so much. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
You realize these have filters?
Chris, pour it out.
It's not going fast enough. Just done with that.
When your water's right, so is your world. I wrote that!
COVID has created a massive educational challenge. When school begins, remote learning might be the new normal. But in Idaho, 200,000 students don't have a computer and 30,000 are without internet. We need your help to close the divide. Drop off a spare laptop or tablet on August 5th at any North Idaho STCU branch, or make an online donation today to support a local student. Go to idahobe.org/close now. Sponsored by STCU.
At Camp Chevrolet, you'll always get our best price. Always. Choose from a huge selection of over 300 quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Vehicles for just about any budget. And a finance process for just about any credit situation. Shop and compare. You'll find our pre-owned vehicles are consistently among the lowest priced in the region. At Camp Chevy, we offer home test drives and delivery, as well as our exclusive 3-day vehicle exchange policy. And if we don't have the car you're looking for, let us know. We'll find it. Serving Spokane for over 52 years. Camp Chevrolet and CampChevrolet.com.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Fairlife makes the most of milk. It's ultra filtered for 50% less sugar and 50% more protein. So make the most of any occasion with Fairlife ultra filtered milk.
KREM 2's Verify reports help you know what's true or false. You're watching Up with KREM.
Welcome back. 8:19 this morning. There's a viral video that's been shared by President Trump himself that's now been removed from multiple social media platforms, and it shows a group of physicians talking about COVID and hydroxychloroquine. We had our Verify team break it down. Here's our Jason Puckett.
Before it was deleted from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, millions of people, including President Trump, shared this video. It shows doctors in white coats giving a press conference outside the Supreme Court in D.C. Now, this event was organized by the Tea Party Patriots Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit. Here's founder Dr. Simone Gold.
We're here because we feel as though the American people have not heard from all the expertise that's out there all across our country.
Gold and the others on screen are actual doctors, and they spend the next 45 minutes talking about COVID and a lot of unproven or false claims about it, like this one from Dr. Stella Emanuel.
So I came here to Washington, D.C. to tell America, nobody needs to get sick. This virus has a cure. It is called hydroxychloroquine.
This is the claim that went mega viral, so let's break it down. Is hydroxychloroquine a cure for COVID? Both the CDC and WHO confirmed that there are, quote, currently no licensed medications to cure COVID-19. Hydroxychloroquine is being researched as a possible treatment, and the FDA originally granted an emergency use authorization for hydroxychloroquine. That lets doctors and pharmacists prescribe it outside its normal use. But the FDA revoked that grant last month because new evidence showed no benefit from the drug, and they, along with the WHO and NIH, urged caution because it was linked to heart rhythm problems, kidney injuries, and liver problems. So currently there is no known cure for COVID. Hydroxychloroquine is not proved to have positive effects, and it is linked to negative effects, meaning the overall claim that hydroxychloroquine is a cure for COVID is false. If you want more information on any of the sources we've listed here, check our website. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Thank you, Jason. 8:22 this morning. Coming up, COVID cases across the country are on the rise as we take a look at the latest predictions by the numbers. As one of the most popular predictors in the country says, deaths may rise past 200,000. Also this morning, we want to know, do you think all colleges should be virtual this fall? You can vote in our KREM2 mobile app or krem.com/vote. We have the latest look at your results coming up after the break.
Cemeteries are meant to be sacred, but now
bang, 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 bang. That kind of noise it's disruptive. How do you mourn somebody that way?
the Medical Lake Cemetery is trying to fight back after the Spokane Gun Club just got the go-ahead to move in right across the street.
You've likened this to a David and Goliath struggle.
We're making our last stand to protect this space.
KREM 2's Whitney Ward investigates, Monday on KREM 2 News at 6.
Where's the butler?
Sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hate being judged by your name? So do we. At Consigned Furniture and Jewelry, we're not what you think. Our inventory is the best in the Northwest. Like this, and this, and this. Check out the most unique shopping experience in the universe.
We made USAA insurance for veterans like Liz and Mike, an Army family who's always at the ready. So when they got a little surprise, they didn't panic. They got a bigger card for their soon-to-be bigger family. After shopping around for insurance, they called USAA, who helped find the right coverage for them and even some much-needed savings.
That was the easy part.
USAA insurance is made the way Liz and Mike need it. Easy. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Tired of the same old weekend routines? Come spend the day at Green Bluff. Over 35 local farms in a 12-mile radius. We make farm-to-table fun and easy. With a wide variety of fresh produce, craft beer, and wine, there's something here for everyone. Visit our website and call your local farmer today to plan your adventure. It's not just grocery shopping, it's fresh-picked fun. Green Bluff, just 15 minutes outside of Spokane. We're closer than you think.
Welcome back to Up with KREM. Good morning. Trending today, colleges are getting ready to reopen across the country, and a new survey found that cases are tied to about 274 public colleges over the course of the pandemic. So on the west side of Washington, cases are jumping dramatically. University of Washington ranks actually in the top 5 in the nation with 249 cases. Outbreaks have emerged on Greek Row at UW, where at least 136 residents were infected. That's according to the New York Times. Now, with college campuses reporting cases before school, we do want to know, should all college campuses be virtual this fall? 39% are saying yes. 61 are actually winning this morning, saying no. So for those who have joined us and have voted this morning, thank you. And you still have time on KREM.com or on the KREM 2 mobile app. All right, we're looking ahead at a top national COVID-19 predictor and what that says. U.S. coronavirus deaths could top 200,000 in a matter of months. Coming up on the CW22, the latest outlooks for Washington and Idaho from researchers across the Cascades.
Thank you, Dana Marie. Also this morning, we are tracking multiple fires in eastern Washington as firefighters are working to contain first the Anglin fire. It's burning about 8 miles east of Tonasket, where level 2 evacuations are in place for Remke Road south of Seawash Road. Level 1 evacuation orders are in place for the Cayuse and Island Mountain areas, and right now the fire is more than 1,000 acres in size. It sparked Monday and is 50% contained as of this morning. Washington State Patrol troopers say that power is restored to the area. No injuries are reported so far. Firefighters and air crews are also taking control of the Greenhouse fire. That's burning 2 miles west of Nespelem. It's now more than 5,000 acres in size, and the Northwest Incident Management Team leaders say the fire is now 74% contained. Level 1 evacuation orders are in place for the surrounding area. That means be aware of the changing conditions. Also this morning, the Clockham fire in Chelan County is now at 80% contained. That fire has burned more than 3,000 acres so far. Level 2 evacuations are also now in place for Kingsbury, Jump Off, and Clockham roads. Level 1 evacuations are now in place for Tarpiskin Road, Timberline Lane, Sharon Lane, and Big Springs Ranch Road. Let's take a look outside with Evan Noorani this morning.
All right, thank you very much, Joshua. Very hot day. Possible record-breaking temperatures this afternoon with highs in the triple digits, even in Spokane. 102 is the forecast high for us today. 103 tomorrow in Spokane, with parts of central Washington warming up to about 110 degrees. That is all before a cool down comes for the weekend into the beginning of next week, with 80s in store by the middle of next week. For the latest forecast, head to our website, KREM.com/weather.
At Window Motors, we've always had one priority:
taking care of you, our customer.
From now through September, finance a new, used, or certified pre-owned through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return your vehicle to us for up to 1 year from the date you purchased it. And we still have unheard of 0% financing for 72 months, and up to $4,750 in retail customer cash on select 2020 Fords in July.
We know things have been difficult, but we're here for you.
The Ford promise is the Window promise.
Motorcycle riders love the open road, and Geico loves helping riders get to where they're going. So to help even more, Geico is giving new and current customers a 15% credit on their motorcycle policies with the Geico Give Back. And because we're committed for the long haul, the credit lasts your full policy term.
1, 2,
The
3,
Geico
4,
Give
5.
Back, helping riders focus on the road ahead.
Orchard Crest Retirement and Assisted Living is Spokane Valley's exceptional living community. Our residents choose Orchard Crest because of our amenities, our lifestyle, and most importantly, the quality of life you and your family deserve. Exercise sessions, swimming activities, socials, walking groups, and an on-site salon are just the beginning. With more than 150 monthly activities, Orchard Crest Retirement and Assisted Living is your life, your home. Call us today to schedule a tour.
When should you wear a mask?
For almost everyone, it's every time you go out. Like for coffee, when you ride the bus, or head out to care for your parents. When you go to work, spend the afternoon at the park, or pick up some dinner on your way home. Whatever you do, wearing a mask is essential because it works to prevent the spread of COVID-19. And it helps to keep Washington open. So, mask up, Washington.
Coming up on Up with KREM, we are talking high heat and smoke in the air. Details are coming up.
Plus, high school sports have been paused once again. This morning, the new changes you need to know for sports including cross country and softball.
Up with KREM begins now.
8:30 now on our Thursday morning. Welcome to Up with KREM. Well, you might have seen this yesterday if you were up early. Two bison from the South Hill took a stroll to the valley. Now this morning they're home safe, but boy, this caused quite the scene. They crossed even some major roads like Thor and Freya in Spokane. Welcome back to Up with KREM. Joshua, not something you see every day here in Spokane.
I cannot imagine being there and not losing yourself laughing at that buffalo, just being like, I'm going to take a roll in the dirt right now. I'm going to take a nice little comfortable. It's so funny to me, these gigantic creatures acting like our own cats and dogs.
Well, they know a car is going to stop for them instead of the other way around, right?
Exactly. And I would love to hear from anybody that was out and saw these buffalo walking through the streets yesterday. That would be an interview I would love to do, Jen. Of course, one other thing we have to do today is take another look outside for a very different reason, as triple-digit heat is expected to come to our area. Evan Noorani has been filling us in all week. Well, what can we expect today, Evan?
Likely the hottest temperatures of the year so far, maybe even record-breaking heat this afternoon. Highs are in the triple digits nearly across the board, especially through Washington State at least. You can see those highs are about 110 degrees in Richland, so near Tri-Cities today. 102 for Spokane and 98 for Coeur d'Alene. As far as our watches and warnings go for the day, we do have a heat advisory that remains through 8 p.m. on Friday, so tomorrow. Excessive heat warning is also through 8 p.m. tomorrow. And then on top of all of this, we have a fire weather watch that's been issued. It looks like down south of that fire weather watch, we just recently got a red flag warning. And so that is new this morning and likely just recently issued. Yeah, that's okay. So that's probably just been upgraded to a red flag warning within the last couple minutes, which is one step above that fire weather watch. So important to note that fire danger is definitely the key headline going into the next couple days, really. Today and tomorrow being those 2 days to keep an eye on. Temperatures are going to warm to the upper 90s, if not triple digits, by about 3 p.m. into 5 p.m. That's when we could hit those peak temperatures, likely between that time frame, between 4 and 6, or maybe even 3 and 5. We're going to keep warming up tomorrow. Another day of triple-digit heat is on the way, and then we cool down toward the weekend and into the beginning of next week. Let's take a look at what the roads look like on your Thursday morning. So far, not seeing any trouble for that morning commute. I'll send things back over to you, Jen.
All right, Evan, thank you so much. Well, happening today here in Washington, more restrictions are going to go into place amid the pandemic. Now, here are 3 things to know. First, starting today, last call for alcohol is 10 p.m. This applies to restaurants and bars. 2, theaters cannot open until phase 3 now, and when they do, they can only open at 25% capacity. 3, starting August 10th, wedding receptions will be banned. Wedding ceremonies and funerals are limited to 20% capacity as well. Also, some stories to know this morning. All Greater Spokane League sports are delayed. This means that there will be no high school sports this fall for the league. Leaders are still considering allowing cross country and slow pitch softball this fall, but those are now being moved to spring as well. Now, this fall, the University of Idaho announced plans to resume in-person classes. University President Scott Green says online classes are the worst possible outcome for many students and employees. However, leaders say experts will increase coronavirus testing on campus. And the university does plan to release more information next Tuesday during an employee town hall. Well, this morning, at-home rapid COVID-19 testing may be on its way. Yesterday, the Food and Drug Administration outlined a template for commercial developers. It outlines a test to be performed quickly at home or in other private settings. Now, leaders say they want those tests to be as easy as an at-home pregnancy test. Joshua?
Thank you very much, Jen. We do want to update you on some breaking news. We have learned this morning that police are investigating an assault on the 2700 block of North Cherry Street. Earlier this morning, police have told us that a man was stabbed and was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. That, of course, according to the Spokane County Sheriff Mark Gregory. We're giving you a live look right now at the scene where you can see it is continuing to develop into the morning hours. There is currently a police helicopter as well searching for the suspect. Authorities do not believe there is any threat to the public as of this morning. No arrest has been made so far. We will keep you updated on the KREM 2 mobile app and KREM.com as this situation continues to develop today. 8:35 this morning, one of the top U.S. COVID-19 predictors says that we could see more than 50,000 new deaths in America over the next few months. Researchers at UW's Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation, or IHME, say that their latest models show the death toll could pass 200,000 across the U.S. by November 1st. Earlier this month, IHME Director Dr. Christopher Murray said, quote, "The U.S. didn't experience a true end to the first wave of the pandemic. This will not spare us from a second surge in the fall, which will hit particularly hard in states currently seeing high levels of infections." He also says that mask mandates could go a long way toward minimizing cases, saying they could prevent tens of thousands of new unnecessary deaths. So with all that in mind, I want to show you just how you can exactly look at their latest fully interactive models online to take a look at some of these trends yourself, whether you want to look nationally or in Washington and Idaho. We're going to start with Idaho this morning. I've got queued up for you here digitally. We can see how many deaths have been observed across the state. That is this yellow line as I move things up just a little bit here. Now you also see as we get to mid-August, there's a fork in the line here. That fork represents where health researchers project one of two things could happen. The red dotted line is the rate that we would follow if Idaho continues to ease back on social distancing mandates. If we compare that to the green line, that's based on the idea that 95% of people will fully commit to wearing masks wherever they go and continue to follow other updated social distance mandates. So kind of both ends of the spectrum here. The difference, if we scroll all the way over to November 1st and look at what it says here, we can see the projections are very different. Over 500 deaths could be reported if we see mandates completely eased up. That's compared to about 230 deaths if we follow that sort of universal mask practice. Now I'm going to switch over to Washington here because, as I mentioned, fully interactable. There's Washington. A good chance to let you know that this site uses data from local and national governments, hospital networks, Johns Hopkins University, and a number of other reputable sources, all of which you can find on their website. While we look at Washington, a very similar situation here, but Washington has had many more reported deaths than Idaho. But if we use those same two kind of scenarios, the one with no masks and easing restrictions, and the other with 95% masks, we can take a look at the scope here. The difference, let me move down here just a little bit, the difference here on November 1st could be between 3,300 deaths and 2,000 deaths. So that means we could see less than 1,300 deaths prevented, UW researchers say, by us and our actions. We can directly prevent that many deaths in Washington alone by following strict mandates. And we want you to know this is just one of many educational tools that you could check out on this website. So head to KREM.com or our KREM 2 mobile app. I've got a link on this tool right now so you can take a closer look. All right, 8:38 this morning, still to come. It's a song that's been heard around the world for more than 100 years, and now it's getting some new attention. We'll share why coming up.
And it is another hot one out there. Triple-digit temperatures expected by this afternoon. We'll take a look at your forecast after this.
And this morning, we want to know, should all colleges be virtual this fall? You can vote right now on the KREM 2 app as well as on KREM.com/vote. We'll have a look at your results coming up.
Both of these tiles would work in my bathroom.
Tired of the big box service?
At Caruso's Floors, we've kept Spokane covered for over 80 years.
Right now, it's a great time to come and experience real service with everything we have to offer.
Caruso's Floors.
Hi, I'm Brett Rogers, your Republican candidate for Attorney General. I'm a former special agent, police officer, and practicing attorney. I'm committed to fighting for all of your civil rights, including your Second Amendment rights. Public safety is my top priority. I will work hard to keep you and your family safe. Also, government accountability is a passion of mine, and I will work to return control of our state government to you. I'm Brett Rogers, and I ask for your vote.
As a caricature artist, I appreciate what makes each person unique. That's why I like Liberty Mutual. They get that no two people are alike. And customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Almost done? What do you think?
I don't see it. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's easy to love a Subaru. They rank in the top in consumer satisfaction, mechanical reliability, and off-road performance.
Don't just take our word for it. Check this. Subaru ranked as the lowest cost to own according to Kelley Blue Book.
J.D. Power gives Subaru the highest brand loyalty marks and great safety scores from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Learn why so many people love their Subarus and our no-problem customer experience when you visit Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
This isn't about today.
This is about the next 10 years.
Pero hoy tú puedes hacer algo.
And you can make a difference today by completing the census.
The census impacts everything from hospitals, schools, and public transportation.
It is more important than ever before that everyone's voice is heard.
The census builds America, so the census count should look like America.
Shape the future of Brooklyn,
Kansas City,
Tucson, Atlanta, Oregon,
Los Angeles,
DC.
Start here at 2020census.gov.
Millions of people are saying yes to Allegra, including the experts. It's the #1 allergist-recommended brand for non-drowsy relief. Allegra works 2 times faster than Claritin, and while Zyrtec may cause drowsiness, Allegra won't. Say yes to Allegra.
It's 8:41 on your Thursday morning. We know right now music is not allowed in Washington, live music that is, but there is a way to enjoy live opera in Spokane. In the Northwest, Opera got special permission this summer from the governor's office to perform private operagrams. Take a look.
That right there is a professional opera performance, but with an audience of just 9 people. The singer on a makeshift stage in the Gordons' backyard.
We had opera singers come to sing for us.
It was their 20-year anniversary celebration.
I do love opera music from the radio.
And that's why I wanted it, because I knew he loved opera.
Now, that performance actually brought both of them to tears.
It was amazing. Kleenex, Kleenex.
I'll take one. It's perfect for the stressful times that we're dealing with now. It's like, whoa. I can't think of anything better to kind of release all that stress.
Which is exactly what Inland Northwest Opera was hoping for.
Our goal is just to be able to bring a little bit of live joy to people during this time.
Their season normally starts in April and runs through the summer, but because of COVID, they had to get creative.
Apparently, singing telegrams were actually a thing in the 1930s,
which inspired this brand new operagram program.
I think people are going to ask each other, what happened to you during this time? I'm hoping that one of the things that people say during this time is, you know what, I got opera singers to come directly to my house.
Plus, it's giving the singers a way to keep doing what they love while bringing joy to our community.
It's just so raw. It's the human voice, and that's it.
The whole experience is $100, and for the Gordons, it was beyond worth it.
And have the opera star here in our backyard. Wow!
In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
Pretty cool story. Thank you very much, Nicole. We are going to be seeing some very warm temperatures outside this afternoon and this evening, as well as tomorrow. Triple-digit territory definitely likely. We've got 102 degrees. Is that a forecast high for us in Spokane this afternoon? Average would be 86, so well above average for this afternoon, near record territory in some cases. Air quality all morning long has been in the moderate range. That is thanks to wildfire smoke around the region. If you look outside and you see a little bit of haze out there, that's the cause. Good news, though, is that it is close closer to the good range than it is to the unhealthy range. So we hope that it continues to move in the positive direction of good as opposed to unhealthy air. Historic highs look like this. Many have wondered whether or not we actually make it to the triple digits often. The answer is not really. Only 3 out of the last 10 years have we actually hit 100-degree highs. That was 2014, 2015, and 2018. Looks like we will add 2020 to that, though, with some very warm temperatures expected this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon. You can see the forecast high for Spokane, Pullman, and Lewiston could match record territory. In Omak, up in Omak, we could make it to a degree above record territory. So we could set a new record this afternoon. Really depends on where we see those highs go. But of course, as we have mentioned, out at the airport, we keep official records. Sometimes it gets warmer out at Feltz Field or at Fairchild versus at the airport. So we keep tabs on all spots, but we only keep the official records out of the Spokane airport. High temperatures today are going to be in the triple digits pretty much across Washington State. Upper 90s for North Idaho, 95 for Sandpoint this afternoon, 98 for Coeur d'Alene, 99 in St. Mary's. Down in Grangeville, make it to 93. In Spokane, 102. Central Washington, a lot of purple on the screen here indicating above 100-degree highs. 108 for Moses Lake, 110 for Richland. Going to be a very hot one out there. We do still see the potential for some dry lightning. That's why we have a fire weather watch that takes effect this afternoon and continues through your Friday evening. That brings the possibility of new fire spread if dry lightning occurs. And then tomorrow we run into a little bit of a breeze that could just expand those fires. So here's what we see just along the Oregon and Washington border. A few showers push north. That's mainly south of I-90 and around the Palouse and then up towards central Washington. Doesn't look like a particularly high threat, and we don't really have much confidence in those dry lightning storms, but we do factor that into the forecast. So you notice that little lightning bolt there. Otherwise, though, expect mostly sunny skies. We're going to be seeing another warm day tomorrow with possible warmer temperatures, meaning we'll continue in this trend of about 15 to nearly 20 degrees above average in some cases, and then the cool down comes. Saturday, Sunday, mid-90s. By the time we get into the beginning of next week, we cool down to mainly the 80s, and although that may seem like it's much cooler than where we are now, well, keep in mind that is just around average for this time of year. Kind of keeps us going with that very summer-like trend. 8:46 right now, and we'll take a break and be back with more Up with KREM after this.
COVID has created a massive educational challenge. When school begins, remote learning might be the new normal. But in Idaho, 200,000 students don't have a computer and 30,000 are without internet. We need your help to close the divide. Drop off a spare laptop or tablet on August 5th at any North Idaho STCU branch or make an online donation today to support a local student. Go to idahobe.org/close now. Sponsored by STCU.
Are you new to Medicare or not satisfied with your current Medicare coverage? Get the right care for right now by switching to a Kaiser Permanente Medicare Advantage HMO health plan. Washington's only 5 out of 5 star rated Medicare health plan for 2020. You can get same-day access to care from home without copays. Get care online by email, 24/7 live online chat, or through a video appointment with a local doctor. Get care with a phone appointment or our 24/7 advice nurse line. Get care in person from Kaiser Permanente doctors at local medical offices. And get prescriptions by mail with free delivery, often in 1 to 2 days. There's $0 monthly premium, $0 yearly medical deductible, and a yearly limit on out-of-pocket expenses. Plus, our 5-star rating lets you switch plans today and become a member as soon as next month. Call 1-877-372-1798 to switch to Washington's only 5-star rated plan, or request a free Kaiser Permanente Medicare Health Plan Information Kit. With Kaiser Permanente, you get hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage all in one plan, along with vision, hearing benefits, and optional dental. There's a no-cost Silver and Fit home fitness program, wellness coaching, and mental health services by phone and video, plus specialty care you can trust from some of the leading minds in medicine. Get same-day care from home without copays, care in person at local medical offices, and the peace of mind that comes with Washington's only 5 out of 5 star rated Medicare health plan for 2020, Medicare's highest possible rating. Join Kaiser Permanente today for the right care for right now. Call 1-877-372-1798 today to switch to Washington's only 5-star rated plan right over the phone. Or request a free Kaiser Permanente Medicare Health Plan information kit. That's 1-877-372-1798.
You're watching Up with KREM.
Welcome back to Up with KREM. Lift Every Voice and Sing is nearly 100 years old, but now it's getting new attention during the first week for the NFL season. That song will be played before every game. It's known as the Black National Anthem, but why?
From the bloody days of injustice and court-approved segregation, a poem emerged, one intended to lift and inspire.
When you hear it, it's kind of one of those things where you do get goosebumps a little bit.
The poem became a song, a rallying cry for the oppressed. Let's look at why Lift Every Voice and Sing is now known as the Black National Anthem. In 1899, James Weldon Johnson was the head of the NAACP. He wrote the poem. His brother John added the music. The song, Lift Every Voice and Sing, was first performed in public during a celebration of Abraham Lincoln's birthday in 1900.
We're in the middle of lynchings. We're in the middle of survival. This is just a song that really speaks to not just the resiliency of the Black community. It's this just call for hope.
In 1919, the NAACP decided the Black community needed an anthem they could call their own.
We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come, treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered, out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last. It's acknowledging the road that we've taken to get here, the road that our ancestors have taken to get here, pushing through all of the hurt.
The recent cries for racial justice have pushed the anthem back into the forefront.
It's not trying to erase anything, it is adding depth and breadth to who we are as a nation.
It's a song that describes a journey that's more than 100 years old.
Well, this morning we want to know, should all colleges be virtual this fall? You can vote right now on the KREM 2 app or on krem.com/vote. We'll be taking a look at your results next.
I'm Tom Sherry, and I'm cooking up this weekend's barbecue forecast. Every Thursday, I share ideas of what you can grill and the best day to do it.
Washington's beef community is proud to support Tom's Barbecue Forecast, tonight at 5 and 6 on KREM 2 News.
What are you missing from life? Let Northwest Bariatrics guide you through options that really work. And now is a great time to lose weight. Northwest Bariatrics is almost half the cost of other regional surgical weight loss groups on gastric sleeve and bypass procedures. And all procedures are performed at the 5-star award-winning physician-owned Northwest Specialty Hospital. Don't let life pass you by. Let Northwest Bariatrics guide you through options that really work. Contact Northwest Bariatrics today.
These days, it's more important than ever that we carry on our Idaho traditions of hard work, shared sacrifice, and care for our communities.
Please continue to practice social distancing, wash your hands thoroughly and regularly, wear a protective face covering in public, and always follow the latest safety guidelines.
If we work together, we can rebound responsibly.
Together, we are one Idaho.
Learn more at one.idaho.gov.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We will remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned bath fitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
Two Washingtons, worlds apart, different values, different priorities. Taking on the DC machine isn't always easy, but I work for you, not them. Like when I forced federal bureaucrats to give Eastern Washington more control over our forests, stood up to the extremists to defend our dams, and fought to bring more doctors here by expanding the Spokane Teaching Health Center. I'm Kathy McMorris-Rogers. Eastern Washington will always be home, and that's why I approve this message.
This morning we are tracking breaking news as police are investigating an assault on the 2700 block of North Cherry Street. Earlier this morning, our reporters learned that a man was stabbed and taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. That information comes from the Spokane County Sheriff, Mark Gregory. You are taking a live look at the scene right now as it continues to develop this morning. Authorities do not believe that there is a threat to the public. So far, no arrest has been made. Of course, we will bring you the latest updates today on the KREM 2 News at noon. Of course, you can also keep an eye on KREM.com. In other breaking news this morning, according to Washington State Patrols, all evacuations have been lifted for the Anglin fire near Tonasket. Firefighters are working to put out several hot spots about 8 miles east of Tonasket. Officials say that crews will start the demobilization process today. The fire is only 50% contained, but crews do expect that that number will increase today. Crews are patrolling the fire lane right now. So far, no injuries have been reported there. Evacuations for the Green Fire have also been lifted today. That's located 12 miles northeast of Riverside, and that fire is told to be 90% contained this morning and has burned over 1,400 acres. According to the Okanagan Emergency Management Department, the fire was caused by a fiery car wreck. Officials say residents should expect to see smoke from the interior of the fires over the next few days.
Well, universities are preparing to welcome back students this fall. However, a new survey has found coronavirus cases tied to about 270 public universities, and that does include the University of Washington. It ranks in the top 5 in the nation with nearly 250 cases. So this morning we've been asking you, should all colleges be virtual this fall? We've seen it split a little bit, but right now about 2/3 of you say no, all colleges should not be virtual this fall. So thanks so much for weighing in this morning. We certainly appreciate it. 8:56 now. Let's send things over to Evan.
All right, thank you very much, Jen. We are taking a look at that 7-day forecast that shows temperatures are going to be hot today. Joshua?
And we have more coming up on the KREM 2 News at noon. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching Up with KREM.
Fairlife makes the most of milk. It's ultra filtered for 50% less sugar and 50% more protein. So make the most of any occasion with Fairlife ultra filtered milk.
My name is Evan Noorani, CEO and founder of Blue Coffee.
My name's
No.